What's up, guys? Welcome back to another ranked adventure with Cool Wenching Turtle. So this time we're doing a A-class dirt racing in the winter. Now I'm starting to fast find out that the winter tracks are actually my weakest point. I don't know. It seems like all of the winter tires that I had equipped have been either unequipped or I don't know what. But yeah, we decided to go with the Alfa Romeo 33S. And here we go into the first race. So obviously just making sure that we get a good jump off the start. Make sure our first few corners while we're all ghosted is are nice and clean and gearing's good, and all of a sudden we're out into the lead. So we're looking good. It's looking like it's going to be a absolutely stunner of a race. Come up to this corner, we'd probably take that a little too slow, but it is what it is. We still managed to keep half a second on second place. So come through and we mess it up. We cut wide, hit the wall, get slowed down again, and as you'll see, obviously because of the new systems that are in play, racing is a lot tighter. There's no, instead of having maybe one or two people behind you, there's a pack of people, because mostly people are trying to race cleanly, which is good but bad for me because I just lost 4 positions there, and then on that final corner I think it was straight up Hippo ended up going straight into the wall, and I managed to get back 4th. So we got the Bone Shaker here. The Bone Shaker through this patch has kind of been nerfed a little, which is good. In my eyes, the Bone Shaker was only good because it was able to wall hug and just cruise around the corners so good. I mean, it's obviously still got insane grip and decent acceleration for like A-class and whatnot, but oof, keep ramming, buddy. Collision system not quite picking up the angriness there of Godzilla Tuner. But yeah, I think it's a lot more viable now to be able to take down the Bone Shakers. In this one, I wasn't able to catch him. He ended up with, obviously, like he's got a 3-second lead now with only 1 lap to go. So it wasn't quite possible, but we'll see here. We got 3 seconds at that last checkpoint, 3.1 now. I think if we watch that, I honestly don't know whether or not I can make time on him, but I did there. He obviously made quite a lot back there because I got a bad exit to that corner. But if we follow this round, hopefully on this the corner at the top of the hill here, the right-hander, we might make some ground, so we'll see. But no, I take it nice and slow and cleanly just to make sure that we don't scuff it in any way, shape or form. We just try and sort of lock in second place at this point, I think is kind of the mindset that I had. So we keep cruise through, making sure not to make any mistakes. Don't think that's quite good English, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for racing, not grammar or whatever else it may be classified as. So come around the final corner, we're back to 5.3. So we didn't really catch him on that lap, but I wasn't really pushing hard either. So come in with a 2nd. Pretty happy with that. It's not too bad. As you can see, they're the best laps. We had a 1:16.6 versus a 1:15.1. He still had quite a bit of time on me, but yeah. So we move into the first of the free roam rushes, and I make it no secret that free roam rush is actually my worst worst mode of all. I was stuck between a rock and a hard place there. I knew I wasn't going to be able to squeeze through on his side, and if I did, it kind of pushed me into a place where he could just tap me over into the tree. So I ended up trying to go onto the right side of the tree, and it did not work. So we jump over onto the right side of the river as well, just to try and get that decent speed and just be able to keep that speed up high. Old mate there just went out behind us, just went out into the bush, got slowed down a bit. That'll teach him. So we're keeping up, but obviously, you know, coming sixth, it would have been better if we hadn't hit that tree in the beginning. Back down to fourth. Gonna try and cut this this corner here. Aim for between the trees. And we almost get through decent, but then in comes Alan boys. Cut wide, cut through these trees here. No point in going around if we're in rally vehicles. Except I hit that log there, which just compounds on the already being slowed down and ends up making it a little bit worse. I get slowed down quite a lot. So just trying to avoid the trees and doing an absolutely horrible job. Across the road, now you'll see here that this is where the Stradale really kind of shines. It's got that good acceleration. Old mate there was probably slowing down to go between the trees. It was about this point here when I come across the road, I go, oh geez, it's the boneyard. Aim for between those two, but just couldn't get it. Instantly into reverse and try and make my way across. I was going to cut through there just to try and avoid the debris, but changed my tune because it just seemed a little bit risky. Just trying to avoid trees and once again doing an absolutely horrible job. And I get pipped at the line. Pipped at the bloody line. So we end up coming in on that one fifth. Which, I mean, it's not the end of the world. But this one here. So this is where I feel that not having snow tires just destroyed me. This section here where we go onto the heavy snow, it just turned into an ice rink. Like there was just no controlling it. You see, like everyone else has just got the grip. I'm trying to cruise around and I just can't get the traction down to the ground. It's just not happening. And off I go straight out into the once again try and put the power down and just doing straight lines, just no turns. It's like it's a front wheel drive. Once again, bang, straight out into the wall. Just absolutely having a horrible time. Luckily there, as soon as we hit this road, we end up getting our grip back. So it's not like it's the entire lap. It's kind of killing us. But you know, we've got places where we can try and make up that ground. Now this guy here, I don't know what his deal was, but he just kind of missed everything. Tries to come back out and take me out, but luckily the high speed collision kicks in. We say sayonara to that fella. Come around here, and this is kind of like, this is the strong suit for me. There's this section of the track where I can just sort of get on the gas early and just hammer it home. Now I feel like after watching it a little bit, this one wasn't too bad, but I feel like in the next two laps I cut that corner just that little bit too much. You see there, he brakes, kind of puts in the high speed collision, and I could potentially go straight through him. You've got to kind of hope that they do that, but it might be a way of gaining positions. And you'll see there that I just got pushed right into the wall with no repercussions, and kind of then just go, right, well, I'm just going to use this guy as a bit of a wall just to help get around. and off we go. We hit the wall there, which, you know, I kind of hit the handbrake, trying to just angle it around so I can put the power down. I don't know if it was the most efficient way to do things, but it half got the job done. Just trying to stay out wide for this corner here, but we ended up you know, going a bit wide, but obviously the fencing had been taken beforehand. Now, hitting the brakes, hitting the brakes, hitting the brakes. High speed collision detected. That guy did not touch the checkpoint, but such is life. So I ended up making up another point there. And by making up another point, I mean he actually rage quits. Good times. And cruising around onto the outside, we got the final straight. Well, not the final straight, but just the main straight. And you'll see what I mean here. I kind of cut this corner just trying to make time. And I feel going into that heavy snow probably slows me. It's not too much, but it's enough to kind of maybe not make it worth it. So cutting around, a bit of a lag spike there, and we slide, just trying as hard as we can to put the power down on this, because it's just an absolute nightmare. Come round onto the road where we can finally put some power down. And there's no chance of us making any catching up, but it's more just at this point a bit of practice. Try to take that corner as cleanly as possible and do a pretty decent job. Try to get on early there. Minimal wheel spin, which is good. My mates just crossed the finish line, so we're well behind, but last thing I want is a DNF if I can ever avoid it. Bit of a bad exit there from the final corner, but it's, you know, it was never really going to do much anyway. So try to cut again. I just feel like the inside of that corner is just horrible. And we end up with an absolute horrible 7th place. Absolute horrendous. So the next free roam rush. So I kind of just wreck any chance I have with this one. I think I actually even I think I might even give up in this one. I kind of just completely forgot where I was supposed to be going, and everyone else went well right. I kind of went, well, I'm kind of committed at this point, so I may as well just try and get on the road and just try and just blat it as hard as I can. Got a bit confused there. I was like, wait, what? Probably could have cut across there a bit through that parking lot, but just trying to take it as clean as I can so that I don't lose time. And about here I decide, well, you know what? The road's not really going to cut it. The road's hooking back anyway. And of course I just bottle it straight into a tree. Good times. Absolute phenomenal times. So it's at this point that I kind of started thinking, well, you know, I really kind of didn't have much chance of winning, but I want to kind of look at this map a little better and just go, well, was there a chance that I could have taken a different route than everyone else? Everyone else kind of just turned right straight away and just made a beeline for the finish line. But I'm not quite sure whether or not they're going to have the same the same smooth road. Like, I'm just cutting across clean paddocks here, which kind of allows me to get my speed up to the 220, control it easily. So I kind of wonder whether or not there's a line that we can take here where maybe we don't cut out quite as far into the city as we did, but it might be something that we can maybe make a bit more ground rather than just beelining it across fucking the map. And there we go. Free roam rush failed once again, but it turns out it wasn't too far off 5th. But that's life. So we come into the final race, and we're off the dirt. So in my eyes, I'm like, yeah. Let's just absolutely mac that idiot. Started off in pole position as well, so we can't complain about that. And I'm just like, no mistakes, clean lines, good gear changes. Let's get the dub here. So I don't know where he came from, but he just appeared in front of me and scared that absolute bejeebus out of me. So just trying to mac it away from him. And then he comes. And it just absolutely bottles my chance of staying in the clean air. So just pushing it around and just trying to do what I can. So Audi here is just taking the inside line. He's missed the checkpoint completely. And I get bottled out into the wall. And then this happens. I could not believe it. I get pushed into the wall the 2 corners beforehand. We're in some argy-bargy business, and all of a sudden out of nowhere I get ghosted straight through, hit the wall, and then get the bloody penalty. Like they pulled the rug out from underneath me. Anyway, it is what it is. Cruising around, the bone shaker right on my ass, just trying to keep him off it. It is a kind of, it was supposed to be a great race, this final one, and it just went from bad to worse. I ended up losing quite a bit there, but a little bit less than the bone shaker apparently. But at this point I'm just like, well, as long as I can beat the bone shaker, I consider that a win. So I was back to clean lines. Clean lines and good gears. And the bone shaker disappears. And then we just cut up on the inside of him. Just protect that. He was going for the cut back there, I knew it. So what did I say? Gotta go fast. And we sneak in for that sneaky 3rd position. Now I don't think that was enough. I think we ended up losing points on this entire championship, but it is what it is, you can't win them all. Although admittedly in this pack I probably should have done a bit better. But that's going to be it. So yeah, obligatory stuff. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. I'm putting out as many videos as I can, although now that I'm editing them, it's most likely going to probably fall back to 1 or 2 a day rather than 4 when I was just free recording them in a sense. But yeah, leave a comment down below, tell me what you thought, what you think I can do better. Just anything really, just start a chat, looking to build a bit of a community. We lose 1 point there, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, any of these videos that you see on your screen at the moment, all great videos, so maybe have a bit of a watch of some of those. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.